Welcome to episode 5 of Legends on Legends, where I'm interviewing other content creators or general creatives in the Legends space, talking about this game that's meant so much to all of us. And today we're joined by NightDarkWolf. How are you going?
A bit tired since we are on the other side of the world, but hopefully I won't sleep off. If
You
I fall silent and then I don't respond, then I have gone to sleep.
okay? I'll keep that in mind. Yes, unfortunately, I think you and I are probably the worst matchup for time zones possible.
Yeah, we have 11 hours between us.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Would you like to jump into some games?
Yeah, and what should I be playing? I think there is no way that I'm not starting with Doomcrag.
That's alright. You can play whatever you like. Something that you've had for ages, something you're testing. I'm not going to be doing anything particularly competitive, so whatever you like, basically.
Yeah. We will start with Doomcrag, since this is the first that I ever built as a goal.
Sounds good. And you've sort of leaned into the Doomcrag thing quite heavily, right?
I did, yes.
Because you've
I
got that.
still Acme played on the Masters series in 2018.
Right, yeah. And it's
Although when I saw the stream, it was already 2020, but I watched them on YouTube, and then I stumbled upon Doomcrag, and it drew a lot of cards, so I wanted to draw cards, and that's it.
drawing cards is possibly the best thing you can do in the game.
Yeah, in all of these card games.
Yeah. And Doomcrag's seen a bit of a nerf since it was more mainstream. But you seem to have kind of just worked around that.
The funny thing is that I haven't played when it was not nerfed, so I always had to work around the nerfs.
Right.
So the main problem to people who don't know what the nerfs were, this card that I will just play now, this is Namir's Shrine, which draws a card at the end of my turn if I have played 4 or more cards. But this used to trigger after you have played 3 or more cards. And then the other card is Disciple of Namira, that draws a card at the end of my turn for each creature that died in Disciple of Namira's lane. But it used to draw the card instantaneously when the creature died, and then you were able to cycle through the deck.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny how suddenly Disciple of Namira's Shrine, basically just became completely unplayable and no one ever touched it once it got nerfed.
I feel like I will be playing Shrine decks all day today.
No, that's alright. I just think it's interesting that it's such a small difference, but people immediately went, oh, this is unplayable now. Even though, like, I reckon, and obviously you agree, it's, like, it doesn't make the card useless, it's just not as good as it once was.
I'm not sure if I would agree with that, because although I really like Shrine, it's hard to build a deck that functions with it, because if you have one Shrine, before, if some of your cards had draw, then you were able to maintain your hand with even one Shrine. But now you need 2 Shrines to maintain your hand, and that's the problem.
Right. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's very much, and at least in my experience playing with Shrine, is the lists that it ends up going into are often lists that are drawing so many cards anyway. I don't know if that's sort of something you'd agree with about, it almost feels superfluous in some lists.
You could run other cards and draw better. I will say this, because if I would not be running Shrine in this, then I would be running Odin the Necromancer and Merchant's Camel.
Right.
And then I would be able to cycle through my deck faster. But then I wouldn't be running Shrine, and I'm known for running Shrine.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. There's the Disciple. Nice.
So instead of how it works now, I would have been able to first kill off these 3 firebrands that were already in the lane, and then maybe I get something that's better to play than a raiding party.
Yeah, you would have drawn the 5 cards that it's got there in the turn rather than waiting till the end.
Have you played against Doomcrag before?
Like a couple of times, but again, like, you know, how much play does it see nowadays? Not that much. So I've definitely played against it a few times, but you know, it's it's not 2018, so.
This feels dirty, but it's the right play.
Oh, heartbreaking.
There we go. Nice. At the same times, because I play so many shrine decks, sometimes I even count the cards when I don't have shrine on, or even when I play a deck that doesn't have shrine. Every 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are done. Oh wait, I don't have shrine.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know how Doomcrag works, but for the uninitiated, do you want to sort of explain how the deck works and what the point of it is?
Okay, let's start with the funny point. The funny point is, you can control the entire game, you can draw your deck, you can have Journey be your last card in the deck, and then you can overdraw Journey. This is what will happen probably this match, because I have so many cards in my hand. But normally what you will do, you try to stack as many firebrands in your discard pile as you can. Then you play Journey, and then you charge your opponent to death with firebrands. And because of the shrines, you will be redrawing your hand each turn.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because it's called Doomcrag, but Doomcrag's just the choice of control, really, for the list. It's not actually a key part to, I guess, winning the game in a sense.
Doomcrag is how you survive.
Yes.
Because all these low-cost cards with 1 power are useless. But as soon as I have a Doomcrag in hand, then I can remove anything that you might have. And I didn't count the cards. 1, 2, 3. I have to play 1.
Okay.
Another thing that I like about the deck is that I have to always think about what I do.
Yes.
I know that most of the decks require thinking, but here I'm always fully engaged with the game. Because even a single... I lose games on a single mistake.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, just as you say, not keeping track of hand size or, you know, overdrawing Journey is a big issue.
I'm tempted to... So sometimes people fear overdrawing Journey, but actually, like in this case, with the board I have, I don't know if you are running control tools. But just looking at the board, if I will be on ladder, then I will start to attack you now.
Yeah.
So even if you overdraw Journey, you can still win the game the normal way.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah, and that's kind of, you know, standard for a lot of control decks is you can still win the game if you don't draw Soak the Cell or whatever. You just might not have as much luck with it.
So for example, this round I will overdraw. But it's better to actually... And I have overdrawn.
You have overdrawn Journey.
Of course. We had to show it.
Yeah.
Usually, once I have control, it's better to try and finish the game earlier than just wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
can I serve?
And also it's less pain for your opponent to wait as you are throwing through your deck.
Yeah, yeah. If you have the opportunity to take the game, you might as well.
And that's it.
They will feed my clan.
Oh, you've got it?
Yeah.
Nice. So,
I like running Orkan Captain this because then my fairy brands suddenly become aggro-twos.
and I get it's a bit of benefit as well, I guess, if you can't find the Doomcrag to just allow stuff to be a little bit stronger.
Alright, let's go to Ultimate Memes.
Excellent. So, you've organised a fair few tournaments over the last couple of years. Do you want to sort of talk us through what that was like to get set up and the whole organisation of that?
So, to understand how insane that is, we have to start with the fact that when I started playing Legends, I was not able to speak in English.
Wow. That's
And after I started playing Castle, like in 2 months, I have had the idea that I want to do tournaments. And in 3 months, I have messaged the first few people about the tournament. With my broken English. And then I dared them to join a voice call. Which was the most awkward experience I had in a while.
Yeah, I mean that's a very quick turnaround to go from just starting the game to hosting a tournament.
Okay, let's just go for this. Wow.
Your death will be swift. I stand ready.
Okay, where do I want to start with this? Okay, this will be a bit in the past, but you'll see why. When I was a kid, I really liked looking at loading screens as the line went to 100%. So I have this love for overlays and visuals. And that's why I wanted to do a tournament, because I loved making visuals and then just having them on screen. And you see the classes, you see the bands. I made the X for the bands. It was so cool.
Yeah.
So that's why the tournament was made. So I can make visuals for it.
That's as good a reason as any.
I'm completely serious.
Yeah? No, I mean, that's, not necessarily typical, but it's very cool.
So I first contacted, I was watching Jelly stream and Chordata was streaming at the time. So I contacted them. And they immediately took up on the offer to come and cast the summer tournament.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to have a cooler name for it. But I went with summer tournament in the end. Because that sounded the most official out of all my ideas. The goal was to have a Master Series when we can't have Master Series anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why at that time there was NPO organizing tournaments each month, there was Jelly organizing tournaments each month, and AZZ had tournaments every few months. And all of these tournaments were best of threes with 3 decks.
Yeah, standard format.
Yeah, what I changed was that I knew that the Masters was best of 5 with 4 decks. So I went with that. And of course the qualifiers. Let's show the shift.
We know. We draw power from their blood. Hey! Pulls off my goods! I will cut your
For people wondering what I am playing, this is Abomination Scout.
Oh, okay. Right. I mean, that's not, again, another thing that was hit hard by those nerfs we just talked about.
This was one of the reasons the nerf happened. Because
Yes.
this was able to solitaire in turn 6-7.
Yeah.
And that's unfair. I agree with the nerfs. I just feel betrayed because I wanted to play the book. Anyway, where was I?
Get them skyward.
You were talking about the
So
naming.
organizing the tournament, yeah. Then I made.
Go get them
I know that I have to make a trailer for it. So I used all of the trailers that were uploaded to YouTube by Bethesda, the expansion trailers,
Mhm.
and then I made a version on the Heroes of Skyrim theme that had parts of each trailer, and it was cut almost perfectly on the track. So that's how I got people to start taking seriously that I am trying to make a tournament and a stream that tries to rival what the Masters used to be.
Mhm.
You bet on the wrong side.
And then we actually got to the tourney day, and we had, for the first qualifier, I think we had 11 or 13 people. Which I thought that I will have, I don't know, 16, maybe 32.
Mhm.
I was a bit more hopeful than I should have been.
Mhm.
But we had the 2 qualifiers, and then we had the final stage. And it was the first year. And we also had Raptor, Joshua Layton, one of the designers who started with NightDarkWolf and then went to Sparkipens just to remain with the game. And it was so cool. And then I just continued making the tournaments year after year. And from the 3rd year onward, I was able to actually speak almost fluently in English. And then I went to festival. And that's how we got to today.
And here we are now. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of it's a lot of work and a big effort organizing all of that. But from what I've heard, it's like they've been pretty successful, the tournaments that you've run.
Hey! Pulls off my goods!
Because all the other tournaments vanished. If there is one tournament yearly that tries to be as grand as the summer tournaments try to be, then it's easy to actually have quality.
Yeah.
But I have spent a lot of time preparing the overlays. Like the first year I think I spent a week just to learn to animate a transition for the stream.
Mhm.
That was, I think, I worked on it for 4 days, 8 hours per day.
Wow.
And then probably the overlays took the same amount.
Mhm.
I went to from UESP. You can download all the assets that are in the game. So I grabbed all the tokens, the attribute tokens. I created overlays for the classes. Then we had deck list overlays. It was really cool.
Yeah.
As you can see from the last few
One person's trash
sentences,
is another's treasure.
overlays was a good part of it. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Mike, back off.
I am playing Ram Scout, that is an OTK deck. And you will see why.
Okay.
If I...
Mine.
Scout OTKs. My money's on Ring of Namira.
I'm sure I don't have any idea who took your coin purse. I have the mush in my veins. A find like this belongs in a museum. Mine. Back no hard feelings, right?
Guess we'll just do that.
Die! I'll scout ahead. Bark and birth. A find like this belongs in a museum.
You have a way to generate an item here, don't you?
Not from hand. No, not with this shackled, I don't. Annoyingly. Okay.
This might be not the game where I will try to OTK with this 7-1 there.
Yeah, not gonna let that happen. Was that the plan to OTK with Blackwood?
No.
No? Okay.
For the OTK, I need 1 rune broken. But the more runes I have broken, the better my chances are. So I can use this deck as a beatdown, and then if I start to lose and then you gain control, I have ways to not care about your board.
Mm-hmm.
There's loot here, Skywag. I can smell it. Seed and spleen. I will cut your purse. I'll scout ahead.
Oh, I didn't even see I have a second shield point.
Just forget about C.
Yeah. Like that.
The hist heals and rejuvenates.
Rise, my servant. See you.
I am sworn to protect you.
See you later.
Yeah. Alrighty. Nicely done.
That's it.
Die!
Let's go for... So obviously you're a big... No, sorry, you go.
I just told you that I bring back this because I didn't get to play the OTK.
Ah, okay. We're running it back.
Yeah, done.
So obviously you're a big fan of Doomcrag. Are there any other, like, lists or, like, play styles that you really enjoy playing?
one of my other favorite decks back when I streamed every day was Nixox Telvanni.
Oh,
That
okay.
is as a deck that has been hit a few times.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's still doable now, right? It's just quite complicated.
Yes. I wouldn't say complicated. It's just the problem is that you have to have an empty board to be able to do the combo 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, RNG can decide to not pull the right cards from your deck. But the interesting thing is that I am a control player in my heart, but I also accept that control in Tassel isn't in a good spot.
Mm.
So outside of the few combo decks that I play, like Doomcrag, like Nixox, and like anything that is trying to control and then OTK, I am actually playing aggro most of the time.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting combination.
Yes, that's not exactly typical.
For example, yesterday I was streaming Aggro Crusader Dominion and Cloud, and I had an Aggro Red Run ready if the stream goes longer. Can I remove this? I cannot.
Herbs can heal or harm. Die! The hist heals and rejuvenates. You bet on the wrong. I will cut your purse.
And the first deck that I played for a longer while was that was actually successful was a mid-range battle mage, of course.
As you do, yeah, yeah.
I think it's important for every Tassel player, it's important to play mid-range battle mage at one point because it teaches you so much about the game.
Yeah,
and
no,
how
absolutely.
trading works. But other than Battle Mage, I usually... Oh, you had Conscription. Nice.
Yeah.
I usually don't play mid-range decks.
Yeah, gotcha.
Probably because everyone told me they are really good. And then I would be a Telvanni player at my heart, but outside of Nixox, I don't play Telvanni.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't like to play too strong decks.
No, and I mean, Telvanni is pretty oppressive a lot of the time.
Well...
You will die where you stand. I will cut your purse.
Outside of playing the Conscription, do you have a game plan here?
A second conscription.
It's classic.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I was like, how aggro can I make a conscription list? And cruelty on...
I will roll the deck for you next.
Yeah. This was the best I could come up with, but...
I have the marsh in my veins.
Okay.
Be obeyed to oblivion.
It doesn't need to be followed. What did you expect? A friendly greeting?
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
Roots of the
Oh, come on. No, okay. Yeah, hypothetically, you can play Conscription on turn 5 with that list if you get, like, the perfect draw and board. Generally, it's more like turn 7, but can still be effective.
I was experimenting with turn 7 conscription a few months back.
Mm-hmm.
But it was first in Klalu, then I tried the Archer version, but I like that more.
Mm-hmm. I like Lalo, yeah.
So that's what you will see now.
Oh, okay, I was gonna ask what the setup is, but I'll let you show it off.
Same setup that you have done.
Oh, right, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
You are one with us, and we are Legion.
I actually have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Go
How
on.
did you get into Tassel now? Because the way I got into Tassel was not what you would usually imagine. Because I didn't come from Skyrim. I did not come from other card games. I came from stumbling upon the Master Series stream on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you weren't even, like, a CCG player?
No.
Huh. Interesting.
That was my first exposure to a card game ever.
Right.
And it was the birds, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no, I came into it from other Elder Scrolls games. At the time that I started playing, I didn't have a PC, I just had a MacBook, and it couldn't run any other games in the series, but I was like, I really wanted an Elder Scrolls fix, and Legends was the only one that ran on that laptop, so I was like, I'll give it a try. And here we are, basically.
Care to make a friendly wager?
We'll see if discarding that debilitate was a mistake.
Could be. It kind of depends how lucky I get.
A taste of Lord
Belong to us now. There's a plan. There's power is not to be underestimated.
Alright, I was thinking about other decks that I have
Mm-hmm.
played and tried, and now it came to my mind that I like to use. There is one real control deck that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
It's Support Mage, which is unplayable now, but
You won't
I really like Support Mage because
Yeah.
of the card generation.
Yeah, no, I enjoy Support Mage as well. The Guildsworn list I was playing earlier is kind of Support Mage in a trench coat, basically. Just more focused around the Altar of Spellmaking, but it's got all the standard Support Mage stuff in there as well.
I'll try to draw their fire.
Playing Nyx Hunt here means that you have Commander in your deck.
Might do.
They will not insult me.
There's always a plan.
Have business with House Halalu.
Wow. Just no face.
Kill them all.
Business
profit
is
from
none
your
of
patience for
their yourself. Hardly a challenge.
Great, thanks. Appreciate it.
Wait. You have 6 magic and you didn't play anything. What's in your hand?
My hand is horrible, I'm gonna be honest.
Spirit of the sky, guide us.
My business is none of
You won't
theirs.
foil my plan. I'll profit from your death.
So, did you somehow get a new era?
A new era, no.
Speak.
No. Ugh, there's a very small chance that we might be able to pull this back.
Okay, next up I will have to
Fly like the wind
grab
in the
some crappy deck because
I have many important things.
this is starting to not get fun. Oh wow, that's a good one.
Have business with
The good thing with
house
Spy
like
Master is that you are allowed to high roll when you have already won or you have already lost.
Yes, yeah. Man, I have lucked out here.
power is not to be underestimated.
care to make a
Well,
friendly way.
I'm gonna discard that. I had 2 copies of Unite and an Eastmarch Crusader that I got from you, and I was never able to break that rune.
Oh, yeah.
I could play something good, but that's not very fun.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself, is playing fun decks fun if you always lose with them?
I like the adventure of spending 4 hours on a list just to get one thing to work once. You know?
Oh yeah, that's one thing, yeah. If you have a very specific combo that you want to pull off. But I was playing with Nocturnal, I was playing Heroes of Order with Nocturnal, and I just mentioned to him that I'm starting to get fatigued of losing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked if he should help me get better at my own card game. And then I had to tell him that it's not that I don't know which decks I could run that would win all matches. I just have to decide if I want to win right now or if I want to enjoy playing.
Yes. Yeah. Winning's never been particularly important to me. I'm just not that fussed about it. And obviously at the moment, like, you know, ranks don't matter unless you're looking for, like, the card backs for Legend or whatever. So I'm pretty happy to just mess around. Let's go for this one. Sorry, I just have to... I'm always at the, like, 75 card limit, so I have to pull lists from a spreadsheet to not lose any.
Yeah, I had a spreadsheet at one point, but I deleted it.
Yeah. I mean, it's very helpful.
So, can I ask if the deck is serious or not?
It's an OTK deck.
Okay.
So, like, kind of good, but kind of memey as well.
What do I want? Okay, well. So if I was saying that I will play Shrine decks today, this is a Shrine deck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Assassin. Okay.
have we here?
Very good. So you're playing Slay.
Yes.
An OTK deck with Slay. I have no idea what this could be.
Excellent.
Oh, I think I know.
So,
If this is
obviously, game's shutting down in 2 months. What are things looking like for you after that?
I have been playing Heroes of War for as long as I have been playing Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I will elaborate on that in just a minute. Do I? I think I'm straight. But so what is Heroes of War? When from the earliest times I can remember, every time I played a game, I made my own version of that game.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started playing Tassel and I knew that I liked this game, I started building my own version.
Mm-hmm.
And Heroes of War is that version. I am also writing novels in Hungarian, just for
Yes.
myself. And since I have those novels, most of my games are
I want to be an assassin.
set in the world of my novels. So it was an easy decision. Oh, ouch. Oh. Okay, that's fine.
I want to be an assassin. I like to
It was an easy decision what to do with Tassel when I wanted to make my own.
Mm-hmm.
That must have sucked for me.
Yeah, that was suboptimal, I'll be honest.
So I made the first version of Heroes of War. I printed all the cards, the base set, and I was very deliberately not naming it Core set because Core was a person to me. Cordata, the Irish guy who commentated the
Yes, yeah.
Sumter.
I'm familiar.
So because of that, I named the base set, and I printed the cards. I cut all the cards with my shears. We had 184 cards. I printed all of them 3 times, so you can build decks with them.
Mm-hmm.
Will I lose to Nightmare?
I
I might be losing to Nightmare here. It depends on how fast I can draw my deck.
Oh, do you not have support removal?
And
Mm.
playing support removal is not something that I usually do.
Uh-huh.
You'll be fine. So, where was I? Yeah, printing the cards.
Mm.
I made everything so I can play with my brothers. So I
Mhm.
have 3 little brothers, and then we used to play together. And we played. And of course, if I make my own version, then I will want to do some adjustments to cards, make some new cards. Since I am
Let's see if we can find something.
I'm creating the game in the world of my novels, then I make some changes that make sense in the world of my novels. As an example, fast forward as a class is just not my thing. So I renamed fast forward to soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same. Like it doesn't really matter. It's just the setting.
Gotcha.
And of course, I built the entire thing in Hungarian since I was playing it as a homebrew
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So, do I care about that? I think. You remember when we were talking about overdrawing?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we back there again?
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
Yes.
Approach and be recognized.
Oh no! I will overdraw my Terra. So I have everything printed, and then some cards are just too powerful.
Yeah.
Because of course when I made the cards, I didn't really understand the magic economy, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make some adjustments. I grab a pen and then I rewrite the numbers. But that looks ugly. So I have to decide, do I always keep reprinting the cards, but it takes so much time to actually
You won't like what I'm
cut
saying.
everything
Let's
with
put
the
these
shear,
to use.
go through at each balance patch. So I decided I will just, oh no, I'm an idiot. I decided that I will just make 50
Let's put these
cards
to use.
that have numbers on them, and then
Whereas if you have coin.
let's do this like that. And then we were playing so that we had all the cards in printed, but just as a catalog. Then we had the small cards with the numbers 1 to 50, and then I realized that I have to make more cards than 50 because we have created cards.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to 100. And when we played, then we had the numbered cards in our hand. We had a list that to which number, what card name belongs, and then we had the catalog where we had to search the card name.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, we memorized everything. But it was easy because it was set in the word of my novels, so everyone knew what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Hands off my way.
Okay, I won't get to the OTK. This was Terra Ice Spine.
Road.
And then I had the idea, I have everything here. There is this thing called Tabletop Simulator that I know exists. If I will be able to put the cards there, we could have better random generation.
Hmm.
So I put everything up in TTS. But if I have everything in TTS, why am I not playing with people from all over the world?
Mm-hmm.
So I messaged Core Data. Hey, I have this game. It's Tassel, but with changed rules, and I can play Doomcrag with unnerfed versions. So, what about playing with me? And then we played for 1.5 years.
Oh, wow.
We went through, I think it was 8 sessions with 6 expansions, or something like that. Because I have 9 expansions for after the base game. And by the end, we have 100 cards in each color. And then some surprises that I am not allowed to speak of.
Mm-hmm.
What am I playing here? Okay. Let's see. I have tried really hard to not win this match.
That's alright. My viewers are used to watching me lose over and over anyway.
So I have played with Core,
Mm-hmm.
but then I decided that I want to play with other people too. So I announced Heroes of 40. We had was it the 4th or was it the 3rd? We had, I don't know which summer tournament it was. I announced it at the end of one of the summer tournaments. Oh, I know! Now I remember. It's good that I thought about this because I want to make a documentary about the summer tournaments. So, at the end of the 3rd summer tournament, between the matches, in the finals, I had... what am I playing again? Oh, right. Let's do this. We had... I had little skits scattered in the breaks. And then there was a puzzle that people could have put together. But no one put together the puzzle. If they put together the puzzle, they would have gotten a picture about Heroes of War D. Like cards there, and then the tokens, and then people could have asked what it is, and then I would have told them, yay, see this, I have made this, and you can play it now. But no one put the puzzle together. So I was there thinking that, okay, what to do now? I planned this all out, and then it gone to shit.
Found me out, did you?
And then came the revelation. I can say we will move into the closed beta. I will invite some of the people whom I know who played in the summer tournament. So everyone who played in the third summer tournament got an invite from me.
Mhm.
Hey, here is the Discord server. I have made Heroes of War D. This is Tessel, but we changed rules. Come play with me. And then anyone who wanted was able to come. Guess how many people this was?
Enlighten me. Go on.
You are one with us, and we are
We had 12 people on the Discord server.
Mhm.
I have played with one.
Yeah, that's rough.
So everything was successful. Later on, I got two other players to join me. They were Nocturnal Eros and Eye of the Rested Storm.
Mhm.
And we had the closed beta for a year. And then came the fourth summer tournament. We made. I want to do I want to do tournaments, but I knew that each year the summer tournaments had less and less players outside of the fort. The fort was cool. But before that we didn't have. We had regressing numbers. So I knew that I want to finish making the summer tournaments. I won't get to the OTK again. And then and then we made the closed beta tournament. I have recorded everything. And then I organized the fourth summer tournament. They were played back to back. Is this an OTK deck that you're playing?
Yes, it is.
And in the last stream of the fourth summer tournament, between the matches, just like last year, I was not making puzzles because I knew that this won't work. I was just announcing the cards that are in Heroes of War D.
I sense
Mhm.
great power.
And then I was waiting. Let's see if someone joined. People joined the server, but not the game. So I was there. We are done with base game. We are through the closed beta, but no one wants to play.
Right.
Okay, we can just publish the first expansion and then play together because the thing is, I have limited time. I'm studying at a university, so most of my time is spent there and studying and not playing. Do I care about this little thing there? I don't think so. You can just shoot it if you want. I needed to draw more than than the drain.
I stand ready.
So I published the first expansion. I knew that I won't be getting more players, so we can just chill, play together. I still enjoy the game. I can play Doomcrag. Finally, the first expansion had a Doomcrag, so I was able to play Doomcrag.
Mhm.
It turned out that it isn't that broken as I thought it is. it would have been really funny if you steal back the Apex Wolf.
I really thought about stealing your Grey Fox, to be honest. Just to have two of them.
I do not
The guild shall keep
Ooh.
Galleon safe, but its leaders will not.
What is my endgame?
Seemingly,
This happens when I load up an OTK deck that I know that I am playing Stealer. I just don't know how I will give this charge.
Oh, okay. Stealer. Unfortunately, I don't have Memory Wraith in Hualo.
We fight for the glory of lost Aldmeris.
No. And then it got announced that Vessel is closing.
Hmm.
And came the revelation. Wait, I have Heroes of Fortune. But I have already built the base that is needed to play the game. Like, we have spots for the cards. I will show you that later on.
Mhm.
So to make Castle playable in Tabletop Simulator, I just need to upload the cards. So I made a post about it, and then I told everyone that I had on my friend list that I have this Heroes of War thing. You can play this. It's cool because I made it. But if you don't want to play this, you can still decide to play Tassel once it will be published.
Hmm.
But it would be really cool if you come and play with me this game. But it's fine. But also I would really like if you would do. So we are here now.
Yes.
I am working on. Can I remove this? This is only 4. I guess I have 5.
The Fighters Guild stands ever ready.
Onward to battle.
And if I port all the Tassel cards into Tabletop Simulator, then I think we can agree that some cards need to be changed.
Yes, I would say so.
And so I gathered. I had a really good connection net because of the
We must protect our
tournaments.
Mhm.
So I messaged most of the people who are either neutrals on Discord or I have them on my friend list in Tassel. I saw that they are high-ranking players. They have played many games. Hey, I am making a balance match. Would you like to join?
Mhm.
To be perfectly clear, the offer was I need counsel. I will make the final decision because I am the one making the port.
Mhm.
But I will not ask you about your opinion if I don't care about it. Like,
Yeah.
why would I bother talking to people about the cards in that case?
Yeah.
They will never
So,
know
right
I
now,
was there.
we are done with the core set almost.
Mhm.
Right now we have 10 people who I know will have a say in what happens. Okay, I can do this.
Justice will be done.
I'll learn this spell yet.
They will never know I was there.
And I actually got CVH to also give his opinion. And I got DDC Jason who is one of the Sparky Band's designers, but before that he was a really good player, and then he has still been playing each month Tassel just to get to Legend.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows actually what's happening here. And I got everyone together, we made a huge sheet, and then
Onward to battle.
what to do here? I guess I'm playing the second assignment.
Justice will be done.
Can I get something that gives my Stealer charge?
We press on.
Well, there's your something.
Yeah, but I still don't have the ring ready. I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Oh,
Balance patch.
Oh wow. Okay. So we will do the tassel port set by set. Which means that first we will only have the core set up there. And I will always announce the balance changes. I hope that we can get the assets that the card makers had, like, so we can make the cards have the same fonts and the same spaces between the letters, because Tivnis, one of the Reddit mods, has made a really good custom card builder.
Yes.
But that does...
By the 8th, they will meet
It's not perfect. It's almost perfect, and if you don't know what to look for, you don't see the difference between normal cards and cards made with that, other than the arts. But I want to, if I can, I would like to try and get the original finals. And then we will make a balance patch, upload everything to Tabletop Simulator, and we'll have fun playing Destiny in the future. Although, truth be told, I won't be playing much Destiny there, because if we are already on Tabletop Simulator, I can just play Heroes of 4D.
This is interesting.
Speak, citizen.
If I fall, then peace will reclaim me.
So, what's your OTK?
Pardon?
What's your OTK? You have quite a few creatures already in your Discord bio.
Yes, it is the Wildfire Dragon one. I am just struggling to find the dragon.
And how do you give charge to that?
Devour on a Territorial Viper.
Oh, that's clever.
And then you play Chalman Keep and the dragon. It kills everything, so it has lethal. And then it has charge, and, you know, you hit your face for 2 million damage or whatever.
Lead me into battle. You cannot hope to outrun this.
That's the best use of Mira.
Taking Parthenags. You keep telling me you're gonna play these OTKs and I never see them.
I think this was the weakest deck of mine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not particularly practiced with the one I was playing. Sure. How has the sort of balance patch process been going? Has it been relatively smooth, or have there been some hiccups?
It depends on what do you mean by hiccups.
I guess just in terms of like coming to conclusions about certain cards, because I think we all know that there are at least half a dozen or so that need to be modified.
So the easy thing is that we are starting with the core set, and most of the core set is balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what deck I clicked.
We'll find out.
We'll see what sorcerer this is. Okay. Based on the starting hand, this could be 5 decks.
Excellent.
Let's do this. So, the biggest debate is that we have vanilla cards in Tesla, cards that have no text,
Mm.
and the question is what to do with them.
Right.
Because I am playing a Spy Master deck right now.
Mm-hmm.
So some people have problems with Spy Master's ability to summon anything for 2.
Yes.
And they argue that these vanilla cards are good because they make Spy Master worse.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But I think that in this case, it's not an argument to keep the vanilla cards as they are, just because there is another card that is worse through them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see this. But also, giving text to these vanilla cards is a risky thing to do, because it changes Tesla.
Yes.
And my goal with the port is to have Tesla be as much the same as we can get it to be.
Yeah. Just try and keep it as familiar as possible.
But also, I'm someone who really likes giving text to vanilla cards, because otherwise they won't ever be played.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will be playing on TTS, you will always know who you are playing against. Like, you have to connect to someone's game.
Yeah.
So you will talk to each other on Discord. Hey, I want to play. Who wants to play? And then you play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of that, you can always just agree that you don't play these new cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That are changing cards. And with the same reason, you can always just decide that you don't play against Spymaster, or that you don't play against Invade.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the problematic decks are less of a problem because you will know who you are playing against.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I will have to remove this. I feel like. That seems like a card that will do wonders here. But we will, of course, do some changes to Invade, do some changes to Workshop. That's a no-brainer. Probably try to do something with Defense of Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
With Vox Vein, but I don't know what we can do with that. That will be a longer debate. We'll see. And other changes that that I have seen that were proposed are just basically reverts. Like, we had cards nerfed in the early life of Tessel, but then came Joseph Oblivion and came Lucifer, and we have all these powerful cards. And if we think about it now, there is no point to not revert the nerfs that happened to these cards before. Really? I guess I could do it. This wasn't what I was planning for. Let's just pass. But that's the balance
So much
process.
for a clean escape.
We have a spreadsheet, everyone writes their opinion on it, and then I get in a call with everyone and we speak for 1, 2, sometimes 3 hours.
Mhm.
That happened once. And we are almost done with the core set. The thing is that Jason has time only in January, so my plan is to publish the workshop
So
mod
much for a clean escape.
in the middle of January, so we have it all up by the end of this month.
Yeah.
This one foresees a great victory.
The sheep's work is never done.
Speaking of Spy Master.
Handle this myself.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
This deck is RNG at its finest. My whole game plan is to play Spy Masters, Conjurings, and Tinkerings.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's working out for you, to be fair. How do I want to deal with this?
This one is always pleased to assist. You fight like a child.
I think I just have to do that.
Wow. Yeah. Well. That might be a problem. I don't know how soon I can leave here.
Read.
I could have waited with this sorter for a better card, but this just seemed funny.
That's as good a reason as any. Okay, let's do some
Many important things.
calling up. Yeah. Well, no.
Always pleased to assist.
Be at peace.
I can't waste energy talking to boring people. We'll see about this. I can't waste energy talking
You're
to
joking.
This one is always pleased to assist.
This one is always pleased to assist.
Oh, altar. Okay.
You trusted me. How foolish.
I have many important things on my mind. You'll not be rid of me that easily.
Okay.
You have a bolt or what?
Not currently. So you might be in luck, unfortunately. I mean, I can take that out. Okay.
All can be had for the right price. I do not fear death.
So, you might not have a bolt, but I got two.
Man! You got 3 9-cost vampires there. That was pretty impressive.
I bet that City Talker will be proud of that Spymaster deck.
Yeah, City Talkers in chat just said earlier when we were talking about the nerfs that nerfing a 0-1 is the most Legends player thing ever when there's like 100 snowball cards in the game.
Thing is that I understand why people want to nerf Spymaster.
Mm.
I think Spymaster is a problem the same way as Invade is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of the power level of the card, but the ability to bail you out in cases where you should have lost. And with Invade is the same, but it is the ability to make you win, although your deck is worse than another Guildspawn deck would be.
Yeah.
Just because you rolled the right keywords.
Yes.
And here we are rolling the right. We are rolling the right creatures.
Yeah.
I have run out of cool decks to play. Oh no, I found something. If we are playing shrines, then this has to be featured.
Alright. Okay.
So, this is Shrine Archer. You wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, I mean, I could never see you playing a shrine deck.
My family has endured in
I smell the stench of the living.
Oh. That's unlocking.
So, Heroes of Vorde, that's based off a series of novels that you've been writing, correct?
Correct.
What's the sort of... Are you able to,
Wrong place for a midnight
like, pitch the novels at all? Share what the sort of... anything about the story or anything?
So, I will never say this, when speaking to publisher.
Care to make a friendly wager?
This is Aragon with Lord of the Rings, with the Wheel of Time,
My family
with
has endured enough.
Powder Mage trilogy,
Wrong place
Mhm.
for a midnight stroll.
and with some of Narnia, which just basically means that all my inspirations, and then I put them and I wrote what I felt must be written. It's a typical fantasy story that has a few.
I do not fear death.
The first book follows your typical
You bet on the wrong side.
protagonist from the farm who has to
Raise the spine of
defeat the evil forces,
Endured enough.
and then in the second book he fails and dies, and in the third book we have a new protagonist,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
and the story continues, but the original protagonist
You bet on the
died.
wrong side.
Yeah.
By the time he dies, you want him to die because he's annoying and he did not work for his powers, he just got them.
Uh-huh.
Have business with House Halalu.
Okay, that's good.
My
And then we have the new protagonist
endured enough.
for 2 books, and then we move to another protagonist and another series. But that's not in the game yet.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it ever will be. The first 4 books is what I made Heroes of War
Right.
for.
Okay.
Well,
Praise to
1,
Namira.
2,
Let's do this.
3,
The Nords
4.
must take back Skyrim.
Let's give discover.
For Ulfric Stone!
If you have rage, you have rage.
This is none of theirs.
Yeah.
Finally.
If I fall,
Oh, another one. There we go. That was Flesh Atronach, but I felt like I should win at least one game, so.
Yes. I tried very hard today.
I mean, you've done pretty well, and a lot of your lists are very interesting. Obviously, it's always fun to see Doomcraig.
I mean, I tried very hard to bring the most janky decks that I
Trust me, mine are all jankier. Don't worry. How are you going for time, by the way? I'm aware it's quite late.
Yeah, it's half midnight. I have like an hour before. That's the latest where I have to go to sleep.
Okay.
I have to wake at 5:50.
Oh man, early start.
Yeah, I have to get to uni by 8 a.m.
Right. Gotcha. Are you wanting to keep going on Legends, or do you want to have a look at Tabletop Simulator?
We can play a final match in Dessel, and then I will show you it is a 40.
Sweet, sounds good. What do we want to finish on? Let's go for...
I feel like if we started with Doomcraig, there is only one option to end this on.
That seems appropriate to me as well.
Am I running back to Doomcraig? Yes, I am, of course.
It's not a bad hand. In this terrible, terrible list.
Is this at least 100 cards and Unite? And
Uh,
Singleton? No.
no, it's not. It's worse.
Oh. Okay, you see, Nightmare is my biggest enemy on Doomcrag.
Great, that's basically my only win condition here, so...
Because the thing is, with Necromancer's Amulet, not anymore.
Hmm.
So you have to find your support walls. And that's why I have 2 Dushniks in deck. I think 2, maybe 3, I don't know. I've perfected this deck for so long that I don't even know what's in the deck anymore. It's very funny when I think about every time I play against someone who knows Doomcrag, then they try to tell me how to make the list better. And why it's my fault that it's not working. I know it's my fault because I'm playing Shrine. But the goal wasn't to win with Doomcrag, or well, the goal was to win with Doomcrag, but win with a version of Doomcrag that has Shrine in it and is actually playable.
Mm-hmm.
I have bad news for you.
We must protect our stronghold.
Oh, Training Grounds is... No, okay. Surely Training Grounds was the right choice there.
So every time they try to give me an idea, play this, cut one of these, play this. Usually it's, why don't you play Necromancer and Camel? And then I always tell them that because I am playing Shrine. It's the same. You would play Necromancer and Camel for the same reason as I am playing Shrine.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have thought so much about this deck that now I basically cannot change the deck anymore because all the cards are at a perfect balance point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was playing this so much.
The waters of life.
To understand what I went through is I started building this deck and I had like 20% win rate.
Mm-hmm.
And was it in this December last year, I started from rank 12 because I haven't been playing for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And by New Year's I went to rank 4. Then the then the service broke and everything was set back to rank 12, and then I was pretty upset. But then they fixed it, just like today. Okay. I have decided that I will not kill you this time. We will go the traditional route.
We press on. Let's do this.
So, but afterwards they put it back, and then I went from rank 4 to Legend, and I counted what my win rate was, and I had a solid 57% win rate from rank 12 to Legend. And the interesting thing is that it was 56% win rate from rank 12 to 9, 57 from rank 9 to 5, and then 57 from rank 5 to Legend.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't really matter where I played the deck.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Which you would assume that Doomcrag is better at lower ranks. But it's actually not, because in lower ranks there are so many greedy decks.
Yes. Yeah.
And Doomcrag doesn't do well against them. but it does really well against invade.
Oh yeah, I can imagine it would.
We obey.
1, 2, 3. I don't have strength. Okay. Let's just do this. Oh, we are in overthrowing range.
Yeah.
We obey.
Follow me, men.
It would appear that dinner is served.
And there's the Dome Crag.
Isgramor!
Let's do this. Let's do this. The Nords must take back Skyrim. Let's do this. Orders?
It's not gonna do it.
This match became boring. So let's reset the board.
Oh, perfect. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't concede after the Blue Claw Matron. That usually happens, but...
So I will tell you what the genius play here is. You will web eject the Firebrand because I can explain it. Because my win condition is Firebrand. So if you change Firebrand,
Oh, that's a good point.
and although it would look like if it would have gone to better card, but actually I won't be able to charge with it after Journey.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Worth it.
So I just need to... Okay, well, we're not going to get Tazcad then. We'll get something else. Oh, great.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
I think you got the best creature in my discard pile there as well.
Praise to Namira.
Wait.
Time to fight.
Okay.
Another fun thing is that sometimes I count when I attack,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything gets messed up. Because I thought that I played the card, but actually I just attacked.
Right, gotcha.
You will perish in pain.
Namira hungers. Keep your distance.
Orders?
Hmm.
We obey.
The waters of life.
Namira
So like in earlier versions of Doomcrag, you will be able to throw and then you have more magic and
My bow
you can actually play cards.
Yeah.
By the way, right now when I played the first Sharpshooter Scout and I killed the
Reminder.
Reminder off,
Yeah.
I thought that I would draw a card.
Yeah, no, that's
Because I was speaking about it, and then then I had to realize that wait, yeah, it's not.
yeah, not anymore, unfortunately.
Praise to Namira.
Hermamora tests us.
Welcome to the shadows.
Let's do this. Time to fight.
Death to the tribunal's lackeys.
Follow me, men. I'll lead the way.
Behold the power of the night.
Death to the tribunal's lackeys.
I only got 4 cards left.
Okay. If you wouldn't have done that, then I would have told you something, but I guess not. There was with Dunkirk.
Mhm.
When there is a disciple on board and I have few cards in the deck, you could actually always try to keep the disciple alive, and then I have a full board and make me overthrow.
Mhm. Unfortunately, there's not much.
Yeah, you can't.
There's not much in my list that could do anything about that anyway. To be fair, but
Let's do this.
it is something good to keep in mind.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
We must protect our stronghold.
Time to fight.
Isgramor!
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I smell the stench of the living.
There it is.
Let's do this.
And this is the only way you can end the Dunkirk match. Once you have played Journey, you are not allowed to attack with anything else. The fire.
Understandably. Nicely done.
Go to create.
Mhm.
Multiplayer. You set it to 2 people because we will be playing just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, I will join you publicly.
Okay. Sweet.
Name it whatever you want. I will just have to know what to search for.
It's just called Thin White
And-
Jerk.
Yeah. You have here is a 40 down.
Yep.
You just press that, and then and I'm on my way.
Perfect.
Connect.
Wait.
Do you want to be brown or teal?
I'll be teal.
Okay, then I will go to brown. So if you go to where your name is, you can set your color.
Oh, yes. Teal. There we go.
And then there is 2 things that we need to do before starting play. You have to click on my name and promote me so I can add stuff to the board and I can delete the tokens and Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V tokens. Yeah, and then you have to reload the game. Because right now, everything on my screen, all the runes, all the rings, all the resource points are yellow and white because those are the original colors. And when you load the game, then it loads the colors. But I joined after the game was loaded, so I don't see these colors.
Okay.
Just go to game, up there in the top bar, you go to game, and then press Heroes of War again. And then it reloads.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
The good thing with hosting is that you don't have these visual bugs, and there is two other bugs that the player who decided to join someone has, but we won't bother with this. So as you can see in the top corner here, we have all the cards from the new expansion because we had the base game and then this new expansion, and we have limited cards. So I will talk about the limited cards first because I think this is what could be cool with Heroes of War.
Mm-hmm.
We will have a tournament at the end of each expansion, and we'll see how if the participants or if the top four or if the winner. The point is, some people will get to create limited cards, and these cards will be playable during the next expansion. And afterwards, they are removed from the game. Like they are still in the game. You can play them, but you cannot play them in tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
But the player who created the card can play it forever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting.
I have to ask you about this card because this is what I made. Please give me a professional evaluation of this.
Draw 1, then pass. Operation draw 5, then concede. What does operation mean?
That.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, this seems great. I'm not.
If you hover over the card and you press Alt, then you can actually see it better.
I'm just confused as to why this wasn't put in Legends, to be honest.
I don't know.
It seems like this seems like the exact sort of card that I would try to somehow find a way to win with. You know, there's got to be something.
This cannot be used. That's the point. I didn't want to make a real custom card because I made so many custom cards that I don't think I should be making limited cards. So we have a few changes. I will talk about the changes first because then we can better understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
I have already told you that instead of Spaceport we have Soldier, but I will understand if you say Spaceport because that's how human brain works.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, the important changes are that a lane has 3 slots, and you can only have 3 supports.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of 4, we have 3.
Okay.
And Magicka, called Resource Point, only ramps to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that we won't have 11 and 12 cost cards outside of a few occasions.
Yeah.
If anything comes up with the cards, then you can always just ask me.
Yeah.
Do you have a deck in mind that you like to play in Tassel? A general deck that I could give you, because then we don't have to do deck building.
Do you have? Oh, we were talking about it earlier. Do you have a support mage equivalent?
Yes, of course I have.
Excellent.
It is called Support Mage.
Uh-huh.
The supports are the same. The deck is the same. This is really good that you chose this because it will be easy to play. Here is the deck. So if you press and drag, then it grabs the top card, but if you hold and drag, then it brings the entire thing.
Perfect.
And we have a deck pile. There is a snap point here for the deck, and a snap point here for the discard pile. With E and Q, you can rotate the decks and the cards so they face in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then with R, you can shuffle it. If you hover over the deck and you press a number, you will draw that many cards.
Okay. How many do I have in my starting hand?
3,
Right.
same as this one. One change, your hand can only have 9 cards in it at the same time.
Okay. Right.
Instead of 10. Maybe it will be important. Then,
possibly.
do you have a deck in mind that you want to play against?
I'm fine with whatever. If you want to run Doomcrag, I'm sure you've got that set up.
Of course, I have Doomcrag, but I think I want to show you something that is specific to this.
Okay, sure.
Question. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, a few other changes that you can see on the board. If you go to your runes,
Hmm.
then you see that they are named and they are colored otherwise.
Yes.
So in Heroes of 40, we don't have prophecies.
Okay.
The green runes are prophecies.
Uh-huh.
But you can only play the card if you have maximum resource points for it.
Right. Okay, so if I got like a 4-cost card and I only had 3 resource, I couldn't play it as a prophecy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the red rune, when the red rune is broken, your opponent is dealt 3 damage.
Okay. And then the yellow rune is just game over.
Yeah, that's just 4-0.
Uh-huh.
If you go to your dice and you just roll it with R, then we'll see who starts. The player with the higher number starts. So you rolled 8, I rolled 11, you have the ring.
You're up.
There are preset camera angles that I set. I think your side has, if you press Shift 2, then it will set you to a position where you can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
And access everything. So I am playing Battle Mage.
Okay.
And the deck will feel like dragons.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to mulligan my opening hand? Because it's not great.
Yes.
Okay.
Same as this one. If you press F, you can flip the card and then just put it back onto the deck.
Okay. And then just shuffle it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. I will grab a resist point then. And I will just pass. Okay. There is a pass button in the middle, but we only have to use this when we are not in moisture.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to take one of these and just pass.
All right. Okay. 2 points. Oh, this is good. Okay, I will have a bug, but you will be able to help me with it.
Okay.
Which lane should be Shadow?
We'll call it your right, my left, for the sake of... Oh, no, hang on. Sorry. Your left, my right.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I'm actually used to this being Shadow lane.
Right.
Which is the wrong Shadow lane, but I have always played against people from Vessel, and so it is natural to me that this is Shadow.
Yeah. No, I figured I'd make that one Shadow for the sake of the viewers.
This is a new card, so you might want to look at it.
Okay.
And this is a very powerful card. The only source of draw in blue.
End of your turn, if Percy is wounded, sacrifice him. Last gasp, draw 2 cards. And that is a... Do you want to run us through how the numbers at the bottom work?
The rings, do you mean? The colored rings or just the numbers?
No, I mean the stats. Like, is it
Yeah.
Magicka, health, power, or...
Power, health, and armor. Armor reduces the damage that you deal to a creature if you deal it with another creature.
Okay, right. Gotcha.
Only if your opponent attacks this creature, then it takes less damage, but it doesn't reduce damage from actions, from summon effects, or when you attack.
Okay.
And that's my turn, so I pass.
Sweet. Oh, man. Yeah. No, I just have to pass. Oh, I'll take my thing. But yeah.
Oh, and also, remember to ramp and draw.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I will grab a health token here and a power token here, because one of the bugs is that the player who joined, when the ping is high, then there is a chance that something gets stuck in my hand, and when I move my cursor, then it just puts all of these tokens
Right.
onto the field.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I will play for 3. I have a Cunning Lie. If I will have to look at the top of my deck, I will see what card it is. I hit, so I will be able to draw a Firebolt.
Mhm.
When we create a card, then we can just grab all the intelligence cards here. I will search it, grab Firebolt, and then put it in my hand.
Mhm.
And in case we need another Firebolts, I will just put one here for future use, and then I will pass.
Perfect. Okay. Draw a card. Ramp. How many do I have? 3. Yeah. No, that's gonna be a pass.
Oh,
I have the same luck I have in Legends, apparently.
so we are at 4. Let's see. Do I just start to go face? I mean, I am playing it as control. I will hit for 4.
Okay.
And you can just come down there. And I will pass.
Alrighty.
Because I cannot play anything.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have nerfed the card just yesterday, then I've been able to play a card here, but I have nerfed one of the 4 costs.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna do this. Play a Firestorm.
That's cool. And if you see, then Firestorm is changed from Tessel.
Yes, so I can deal the 1 damage to anywhere I like?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take out the Cunning Ally.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Remember that you have the ring. Sometimes you forget because
Oh.
it's just...
Yes, good point. Alright.
So here is the card that got nerfed. This used to cost 4.
Uh-huh. And this is 531. Gotcha.
Cross-state Renect from Tessel.
Yeah.
And this is how we mark keywords.
Okay.
We have a token for each keyword.
Yeah, yeah.
The reason I'm putting one of everything here is because I have the bug.
Yeah.
I can control V anything, but I cannot really move them.
Yeah. No, that's alright.
It's your turn.
Okay, perfect. We will.
I'm not breaking the rune for 1 damage. When I pass, curse the dice and I draw 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna piercing javelin that thing.
Like,
Oh, I'll take 1 magicka.
that was fair.
Oh, I need to draw, man. Okay, hang on. There you go.
So I am at 6. Black Sheer Guardian pass.
4, 8. Okay.
If you press Alt and then you mouse wheel, then you can actually see it from your side too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's alright. I think. So I'm gonna be at 6. Draw a card. Can go up to 7. That doesn't do much. Okay. I'm gonna play an Oak Warrior. That has guard. Oh. Guard. And yeah.
I'm quite used to doing this.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, sorry, I am a little slower, it's just
No, no worries.
the
This is
power
why
of
it's
yep.
I can advertise playing against me like this. You don't have to move the tokens. I can do everything.
No, that's right. Yeah, I'll pass after that.
It's your turn. Okay. So to show off new cards, here is Erna.
Hmm?
The only drain card in blue.
Yes. The creature summoned is countered by 1. Okay.
And then I will just trade with Oak Warrior.
Yep.
I am dealt 5 damage. And your warrior dies.
Okay, perfect.
I have 5 points left. I will play a Solidus Archer just for the 3-1. Give a counter to Irna and then pass.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Draw 1 card. Up to 6. Ooh. Okay, I think the responsible thing to do here is not the same as what I want to do. I'll just Firestorm again.
Okay. And you can deal the 1 damage to Black Sheer Guardian, which means that you get to clear my lane. From
Excellent.
Irna's Let's Guess, you are dealt 1 damage and you can draw a card.
Okay, so that's so the blue runes are just draw a card.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it at that because that costed me.
The reason I'm making 2 separate discard piles is because there is a card in my deck that cares about how many priests of Dranleys I have in my discard pile, which is the dragon archetype.
Okay.
Yes, what card that is.
Right, I see. Yeah, no, I'll leave it there and pass.
Okay. I ramp to 8. I will play a white healer and the Wardcrafter. And I will ward the Wardcrafter. You see?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens.
Yeah. Let's have your turn.
And that's my turn.
Okay. I will draw a card, get 1 ramp, and so I'm at 8. So I'm going to go hide in the Shadowland, and then drop supplies. Is there A token for activation on supports?
There.
Yep, got it. There you go, that'll do. Yeah, and I will activate that once.
Okay, then I will shuffle my deck.
I guess
I will drag the top card. You get a copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
I will put this back in my deck and I will shuffle the deck.
What
And
was the key to flip cards?
F.
F. Perfect.
And that's
and I had to break a ring charge to do that.
In this case, at the start of my turn, White Healer gives 3 health to Wardcrafter.
Mm-hmm.
I draw a card, I ramp to 9, and I have to remove your Priest. Fortunately, I have 2 firebolts to do that. 1 firebolt, 2 firebolts. I will go face for 4 first and then 2, and you get to play a card from the reinforcement rune on 20 if it costs 8 or less.
Okay, so break the reinforcement rune.
Draw one,
Draw
and if you can play it,
card.
then you can play it. You don't have to, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to execute your Wardcrafter.
Yeah. Bye.
And I took, what was it, 6 damage there?
You took 2 more. Yes, 6. You are at 19.
Perfect.
And this is still my turn. I have 7 points left. I will play a Purple Messenger in Shadow and go face for 4. You draw 1 and I pass.
Okay. And that was 4 damage. Yeah.
Yes. So you draw 1 from the Watch rune. This is Report rune. And it's your turn.
Okay, how are they? What are these? Okay. I will draw my card. And I am... Ooh. Okay, good to know. I'm going to Lightning Bolt the White Healer.
Healer, yeah.
So, we've gotten... So that takes me down to 5. And then I'll drop that as well.
That's a good one. You have the stats here.
Yeah. I'll take 5 of those. Oh, where did that go? Over there. Ah!
Your hand. Because if you hover on a stack and then you press number, this is how I do when something is dealt 2 damage, then I just hover over the health and I press 2 and I delete the tokens from my hand.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
faster like that.
Yep. 3 of those. Sorry, I'll just do this. You can... that's the end of my turn, so you're welcome to just...
That's your turn. Okay, then don't butter because I have Firebolt and the Self-Dis Archer.
Okay.
And that's 3 damage.
Okay.
I will go face for 4 with the Purple Messenger here. And then I will play another Purple Messenger
Oh no.
and go face for 4, and you get to play a card.
Yep. Assuming that it's cheap enough. What do you have? I have the Magicka for it, but I can't play it. So I'm gonna have to leave it.
Okay, then I pass.
Okay. Right, what are you looking at? I'm about to take 3, 11, and I'm at 7. Well.
I have 1 card in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
If that gives you any solace.
Okay. I'll take my Magicka, draw my card. Okay. I'm gonna Firebolt the 3/1. So that takes me down to 9. And then we're gonna go for... Keeper over here, and Jerry over there, and that's 9, so that's fine. Oh, sorry.
And you can give an activation to spies.
Yes.
Because of keeper.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use one of those activations and draw another card.
Okay. Then let's see what you get.
Oh, I've been putting stuff in the wrong pile. There we go.
That's yours.
Cool.
I hope it's useless.
It could be worse. Which is exactly what you wanted, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Okay, I am at 10. And okay, I will double trade to this. Both messengers are there at 3 damage, and your keeper is removed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will have to play a red warrior in field and pass and hope that I can win in a few turns. But this match is slowly starting to favor you now. If you can remove the red warrior.
It's going to depend what I draw. So these guys have both taken damage, and this is a.
Remember that they save means and summon on Gary.
Sorry, it means unsummon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll trade him into the purple messenger in his lane then.
Did you draw? Probably not. That's why I asked.
Yeah, that's fine.
You will unsummon the red warrior.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yep. And that thing's at 1 health. So I'm gonna have to firestorm this lane.
Okay. Where do you want the final 1 damage to go?
Oh, I guess I can ping you in the face. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I will drop. No.
Here comes the drain.
And that's a 2 cost. And then I will play Celadus Mage. Which will
Do against the.
it'll buff itself.
That's all. So this change that you see that it can buff itself just by 1 is an update that was made yesterday. Because it was broken that you could play this in Shadow as a 3/5, and then on turn 5 it was a 5/7 guard.
Yeah.
And here no gain is the counter.
Perfect. Yeah, and that's me.
So the powerful thing with Irna is that friendly and enemy creatures count.
Oh, okay.
And that is why I will have to, although it feels so wrong, I will have to ice storm this board.
Oh wow, okay.
You're not healing here. I am dealt 1 damage.
I do get
Because
the.
it was on my and because it was on my turn, you don't get to.
Don't get the drain. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And this is that. It survives because it was buffed by 1.
Oh, good point.
And it's my turn. Pass.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you in the face with this.
Okay, I get to draw a card, but you get to activate veteran.
Yes, that was the thinking. So we give this guard. And then it gets 2 of those.
2+2.
And 2 of those. Oh, I guess I should draw first. Come on.
And here you actually have to remember to draw.
Yes. Um. Okay. I'm going to play. Definitely not Supreme Atromancer.
Lytron. Thing is, Lytron sounds so cool that when I was this summer, I was casting the summer tournament with Core.
Uh-huh.
There was a moment where I said Lytron on the stream
Instead of Atromancer.
instead of Supreme Atromancer. Yes.
6-2 with breakthrough, and they're gonna be what in will intelligence.
This is the card.
Okay, perfect. And to duplicate it.
Control C, Control V.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And you deal 4 to me.
Yes.
Can you grab a breakthrough token?
Oh, yes. Drop those.
Thank you. It's your turn.
Yes.
I missed you.
Yeah, I know that's all of my magic is spent.
Okay. Problem is, I can do this. Pillar, shoot your supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not Dushniki Archer.
No. Of course not.
And Black Shield Guardian. Pass.
Or with a guard. Okay. I'll draw my card. Three powers, full power.
So while we are at it, you can see that the Lytron is a legendary card, and Hornbeam Warrior is a common.
Okay, right.
You noticed the difference?
Is it the like X and the colors at the bottom?
No, those are the keywords.
Oh, right, gotcha.
The frame around the name is changing. And if you grab supplies and put it besides Lytron, then you can see what's the difference between legendary and unique.
Okay, right. Uh-huh. Okay, good to know. Man, this is a little tricky. I'm gonna drop another Stardust Mage. Oh, no. There we go. And I'm going to give the Light Throne 2 extra health.
That's 2. I've done it.
Okay.
You are dealing 2 damage to me when you play Solidus Mage,
Yes.
which means that my reinforcement room breaks and I can play a card for free. Oh wow. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You get to see a unique card here. This is Queen Zara. She is a mad queen in the novels who kills half of her own people, but all of her enemies.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's that's a problem. I am going to double trade into the Black Sheer Guardian.
You're going to attack with Lytron first and with this second, or with this first?
With the Light Throne first.
Okay, so you get to breakthrough for 1.
And that thing had 4 power, so Hornbeam dies, but Light Throne
survives at 1.
at 1. Yep. Okay. I spent 4 magicka on that guy, so I've got 6 left. I'm. What are you at? 18. I'm gonna hit you with everything in the right lane.
Wow.
So that is 12 damage. Oh no, hang on.
That's fine.
No. 9. Sorry. One of them was summoned this turn. We'll start with the Saladus Mage.
Okay, that goes for 5. I get to draw a card.
And then the
Then you
Hornbeam.
go for 6.
Yeah.
And I can play a card for free. This is Percy.
Okay.
Am I playing this here or playing this here? I think I'm playing this in Shadow.
Okay. I'm going to drop Keeper of Sunor's Temple. Takes me down to 1. And then I'm going to break a ring charge and drop Percy. So that deals 4 more damage to you because of the Light Throne.
Yes. Can you tell me why you have won?
I've won?
Yes. Can you tell me why you have won?
Oh, Flame Rune. So I break your Flame Rune. So I take damage, which breaks my Flame Rune, which then hits you and kills you.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay.
I was about to lightning bolt you to face and then win the same way.
Right.
In the closed beta tournament, I lost the game because I forgot how Flame Rune works.
Uh-huh.
Because in the homebrew version, we had Flame Rune in the base game, but after the first expansion, I rotated Flame Rune out.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought that it's not good enough.
Right.
But I brought Flame Rune back because it's like if you can't hit prophecies on the rune on 5, then the rune on 5 basically is nothing.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. You need it to do something.
Yeah, so I made the rune on 5 be Flame Rune, and with this, if you are playing control, your aggro opponent hits you down to 3, but then lost. You manage to stabilize, but you cannot drain. Then you will have to have a creature that you can skip the last rune with. Otherwise, you can't go face. You will just
Right, it'll just kill you because of them. Okay, interesting. So it's like knowing that your lightning bolt, your opponent's gonna have a lightning bolt on the last rune.
Yep.
And you just have to play around that. Okay. Oh, good game. That was very close.
It was close and it was fun.
Yeah, no, that
I
was
very
cool.
much enjoyed this.
Yeah. It's interesting. 'Cause it definitely plays a lot slower than Legends, but that does also add an extra dynamic of you're sitting there, with more time thinking about, oh, what if they have this or whatever.
And also the good thing is that when you actually play against someone, you are either in a voice chat and talking, or if you're not, then you still have to somehow signal what you're doing. So like if you press tab, then it puts this arrow down, which I used.
Uh-huh.
If you press tab slowly, if you hold it, then it will measure distance between cards.
Okay, so you just go like, this is attacking here.
And you can either do like this, or you can just press tab on the card and the other card, and then you see what's happening.
Uh-huh.
And if it's your turn and you're doing stuff, then you can just play the cards and pass, and then while your opponent takes the turn, you can put the tokens on the cards, and this doesn't really slow the game down. Or you can just play against me. That's always an option.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very cool. It's very well done, given the limitations.
I have to ask you, since we have played and you have seen the rune system, as the first how you say this, not expressions but impression. What do you think about the rune changes, like the prophecy system change?
I think it's interesting removing prophecy. I wonder if it might be better for the it's the reinforcement rune that's effectively a prophecy, right?
Yes, the rune on 20 and on 10.
Yeah. Maybe just making it like the card has to be one less than the amount of resource that you have or something. I'm just thinking about like a prophecy light throne seems, that seems incredibly powerful. But then, so if it's a bit harder to get stuff like that to happen, possibly. I think that the general idea of having it based off your resource count makes a lot of sense. Because it obviously allows for less sort of swingy players.
This system is where it shows that I am a control player.
Yeah.
In my heart.
Yeah.
And also it shows that I despise mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Because the decks that have the worst time with this system is mid-range decks.
Right.
Aggro
Yes.
will have to go face early.
Yeah.
And you can break the rune on 20 without your opponent being able to play anything. And maybe you're fast enough that you break the rune on 10 before your opponent will be able to play the card.
Mm-hmm.
Like having a high curve deck against the aggro deck is punished more because you can bail out with prophecies.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
a control matchup, it makes the control player will have to decide when to go face.
Yes.
And you will build the board, and then you will go face.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But in an aggro matchup, the game becomes swingy.
Yeah.
And you have to order, like, it matters more if you go face first and then play your card, or if you play your card and you go face first, because not only can you get javelined, but you can get any creature on the board in this scenarios.
Yeah. 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 I like the tinkering with the prophecy system.
This is how Heroes of 40 is its own game.
Yeah.
Biggest change that I have made.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's a few other changes as well that I've sort of noticed that all, make sense to me. Yeah, I think I think in general, like I'd say, it's not necessarily better or worse in my eyes. The prophecy system, I think it's just different. But yeah, no, I mean, I like what you've done with it, and it's clearly been very like thought out.
All right, before you go, can you reload the game?
Mhm.
So we get a clear board, and I will show you some cool cards that you might be interested in. You go to game, and yeah.
Yep.
So let's see. From strength, I will, because the lanes are changed to 3 creatures per lane. One thing that I want to show you is Stripe Shaman.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the equivalent to Orc Clan Captain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's buffed.
Yeah.
Then this is a cool combo card that some aggro players will really like.
2 cards at the start of your turn, you draw 5 cards instead of 1. Ooh, okay.
And let's do this last.
Spell attacks each. Oh wow. Okay, so it's almost like a like self-playing rage.
Yeah, but when this attacks, this will take retaliation damage from everything, so usually dies to the attack.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, let's show you not just cool cards, but actually abusive cards. Here is the most controversial card in the game.
Oh, yes, I had 2 of these, but you never played anything with 2 or less power.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Living Word is similar to Shouts and how it works with the levels. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
They just have 4 levels.
yeah. I mean, on the, like, it's very good, but I mean, if anything, the game that I just played shows that like you can just be stuck with them in hand and not able to do anything with them. Are there like cards that can level up Shouts without having to play? Oh, sorry, Living Words. Right. Okay. So that would make a difference. Yeah, it's. I think I'd have to like play with it more to get a feel for how good it actually is.
This used to cost 4.
Okay, yeah, well that's probably
Yes.
yeah, that's probably a bit a bit ridiculous. Ruford, veteran, ability has been. Ooh, okay, I like this one. Ruford just makes veteran feel a bit more usable. Warcry +2. Yep.
Warcry's change is similar to how Orkland Captain was changed.
Right, a bigger buff because there's less in the line.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, I will show you this because this might be another card that is from Dressel. Just read the level 4.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know if you heard when Drain Vitality used to
Yeah.
do board wide.
Yeah.
Everyone hated it.
Yeah.
So yes, now with level 4 you can do this.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be another one that I think is just going to depend on how the games play. It could be really obnoxious, but to get it up to level 4, like, you have to do a fair bit of work as well. So I think it would.
And then these 2 are one of the 2 earliest concept cards that I had. Actually, this is the first card that I made that was my own.
2 assassins, 1/1 charge lethal into your hand. Okay. Last cast, give a creature in your hand lethal. Interesting. So this is kind of like an Ungolem, but you're getting the benefit instantly. Creature in your hand, lethal.
Let's show you some memes as well. Adelas is a tiny blue flower that makes magic users not be able to access magic.
Summon disarm a creature at the start of your turn. Disarm a creature. Is disarm equivalent to silence, or is it more about removing items? Okay, so it is just silence.
Equivalent to silence.
Okay.
Also removes armor.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That seems like that would be annoying.
If you are a control guy, a combo guy, this might be something that this is an unplayable card that can be maybe abused in some niche situations.
Okay. Destroy the Honor but keep its wielder alive until the end of your next turn. The wielder's health raises above 0 by then. Oh, I could absolutely do something with that.
I will show you this out of turn.
What a friendly creature does. Yes.
Yes.
That goes in the Doomcrag list.
And this is actually my third choice in purple.
The Crown Guard into your hand when Gorthog leaves his original lane. From Buffum.
Crown Guard is a 4/4 guard that moves. On summon, you choose another friendly creature, and on last gasp, you move the chosen friendly creature.
Okay, right. So, as it stands, you could give him +4/+4/+2. Oh no, you only get one Crown Guard. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. 8 for 6/6.
We have actually seen quite a few of the blue cards.
Yes.
Since both of us were playing blue.
Yes.
But there was one card that I was missing. And it's the card that is the second card that I have designed.
Uh-huh.
This is the Soul of Aggro Decks in blue.
Well, summon that shackle an enemy creature. When a creature is shackled, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Oh, wow. Okay.
So the problem with Shackle in Tassel is that you don't really, you're shackling the creatures, but you're not removing them. And then we have Dress Tormentor, which will help you remove them.
Yeah.
But here I decided to not go that route. Instead, you shackle and you deal damage.
Uh-huh.
And it also works if your own creatures are shackled. So with Night to Remember, you can deal 4 with Retrock. You shackle something on the summon, and you shackle Retrock itself.
Oh, yes, true. Okay.
And
cool.
Let's check this.
Ward is broken, double O power. Uh-huh.
And with Retrock, I will have to show this.
True. To play, you must choose a friendly creature, shackle it permanently. Deals 3 damage to it. Wow, okay. So this is very much like a... I'd consider this like a build-around card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's very cool.
This is just cool.
The creature disappears until the end of it turns. When it reappears, trigger a summon effect. Give it cover until it attacks. Okay, so it's Night to Remember without the shackle and an extra summon. Or it gets cover if it's textless.
And this is, instead of Cold Dragon, we have Semix.
Top 3 cards of your deck, draw one of them. Top 5, draw one of them, rearrange the others. Discard two of them. Oh, that's so much more reasonable than Call Dragon. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Warrior's Trial. Deal 1 damage to a creature to give it. Okay, sort of a wounded warrior thing. A random creature item in action. It's like Battle Mage's Onslaught, but more useful.
And from your deck, this will probably cost 4.
Right, yeah.
But I put it on 3 so people can abuse it. And when people abuse it, then I can say, yeah, it was good. Let's make it 4 cost.
You get to disappoint everyone. Summon a trainer, an armor smith, and a unit. Okay.
And that's it. I tried to show you 3 cards from each color. That might be interesting and might get people to try out Heroes of Ordi.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
How does... What are the limitations and stuff around deck building? In terms of attributes and card count and so on?
We are building 50 card decks.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we have just the 2 color classes.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually I have made a video about the expansions, and in that I mentioned that we are right now on the Cauldron expansion, which is the first expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to 2.0, which in 2.0, where we will have we will have 3 expansions, and during this time we will have all the tricolor classes.
Okay, so just putting all 10 in at the same time.
Yeah, in the first, like in 2.0, we will have 3 tricolor classes, and then in 2.1 we will have the next 3, and then in 2.3 we will have the last 4.
Okay.
That's how we will go.
Excellent.
And the numbers, the point something numbers might change, because when we do a balance patch, then the number goes up, of course.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
One thing that I might want to mention is random tables. So there is a sheet that is accessible to everyone who is on the Discord server for Heroes of 40. And in that sheet, we have cards, we have a random table for everything. We have a database of all cards, because you cannot search for cards in TTS.
Right. Okay.
If you want to build, then you cannot go to the search bar and type guard, and then you see all the guards. So there is a Google Sheet, and then you just use that to deck build, and then build your decks in TTS. And you can save the decks in TTS. When you hover over the deck, you press right button, and you press save object. Then you can save anything you want.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's how it works.
And I presume that spreadsheet's the same as the one for the Legends port? Because I've looked at the Legends one. I presume it works the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
It will be the same type of sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay. Can I somehow? I think I will share the sheet with you, so we can look at it before I go.
Sure.
Because there is a deck builder there. Because the other thing is that when you build a deck just on paper, then you don't see curves and how many creatures, actions, etc. you have.
Right.
And that might be annoying to some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will close TTS now, so it doesn't eat my RAM. If I open a Firefox page, and I will grab you the link to this database. Copy this. Put it here.
Perfect. Okay, got it.
So the colors on the cards are temporary. The green cards are cards that are Heroes of 40 exclusives. The yellow cards are cards that I take inspiration from Tesla, but they are a bit altered. Blue cards are balanced, and the orange cards are from Tesla.
Okay.
If you look at this, actually only third of the game is completely from Tesla, and third of the game is my own completely. And then we have 20% that is balanced, and 20% that is taken inspiration from.
Yeah.
So you can see that we have the random tables tab. I have put a classes tab here, terms and keywords, and effect reserving order, because there is no engine that will do us which order you should, like when you have a trainer on board and you have fervor, then how it works when you summon another creature. But we know that from Tesla, just in case someone has to check. And the interesting thing is with deck builder and with draft. Let's go to draft first. So we won't have arena anymore, but I wanted to have a way to draft the decks. So in draft, you can draft with as many people as you want, and we have card pools. And if you remember, in the bottom left side of the board, in the corner, there were piles with the text draft. So this is why we had these. These are just the piles that I will always update at each expansion. And then we just do a draft. And the deck builder, as you can see, has a curve graph. You can, if you would really spend time, then I could, like, this is a support. Then I press as this is an action. This is a creature, and then I could fill out everything.
Yeah.
And then I will have percentages. And as you go, you can delete rows, and then the table updates. You can just copy this and then put it on your own spreadsheet. But this is still like not as easy to use. So I will send you a video on Discord. This is the coolest thing, the coolest gift, one of the coolest gifts that I have gotten in the past few years. My brother made this.
Oh, wow.
So this, when this is done, this will be a deck builder for TTS, for Heroes of 4D in TTS. And we have made codes for each card. So we will have deck codes.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's so cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. For something that's been effectively made from scratch to pretty successfully emulate the legend system.
That is below the curve. We will have percentages, like how many red creatures you have, how many items you have, etc. And there is this custom row where you can just mark cards that you want to keep track of.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
see what your chances are of drawing them. And the version that you see, this is we call it the smart version, because here everything that you can see, you can edit from the interface. But we will have a fancy version, which will be the basic version, and there you can just add new cards and then adjust the number of cards. Here you can break everything if you would like mistype something, or here you can add 6 copies of a card, etc.
Okay, yeah, but that's something that can be worked on and modified.
Yeah.
Wow, no, that's very
cool. The reason I don't want to overrule it, because you might, like with Terrana, you might shuffle back cards into your deck, and then you can still keep track of that.
Yeah, no.
I hope I have impressed you.
Sorry, what was that?
I hope I have impressed you.
Yeah, no, dude, it's really cool the amount of stuff that you've managed to do with effectively just making all of this stuff yourself. And then, yeah, you know, obviously you're working on the Legends port as well.
Yeah, and it will be done by the end of January, for sure.
Amazing. Good effort. That's really cool.
I think it is time for me to go to sleep.
Yes, I was just going to say, I imagine it's quite late there.
I have to be in 5 hours.
Okay, yeah, no, I get it.
Me.
Oh, that's quite alright. Thank you for coming on. It was great going through all of this stuff with you. I've seen some of the videos you put up, but it's all, you know, you can get a much better idea from actually being able to talk to someone about it. Yeah, and this stuff's all really exciting. And I'll make sure I'll drop a link in. If you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be links to stuff on Tabletop Simulator and any videos of NightDarkWolves that'll help you get started if you're interested in looking at this stuff for yourself. But But yeah, apart from that, thank you again for coming on.
It was my pleasure.
Excellent. Alrighty. Well, I will let you get some rest. But yeah, thanks for coming on, and everyone who's watching, please do check out the stuff NightDarkWolf's doing. It's really impressive.